Alright, now that you've created your first mouse, what we want to do is try to move the mouse and save the file name as something else but in a sequence, like mouse 1, mouse 2, and so on. So what we do here is if the mouse is in this part of the screen, what I'd like to do is put a few objects in the screen as well too that could be animated. So if somebody wanted to turn around and let's say create the sun or whatever, they could pick a color, make the sun up in the sky, and then they could eventually have the sun moving throughout the sky. So let's say mouse file right here at the top. This is my mouse file, and I go to File and Save. And that's good. Now what I want to do is I want to save this file as mouse 2. So if I go to the File here and Save As, not Save, I want to save it as mouse down here, and then I type the number 2. Now I already have a mouse 2, but I'm not going to do that. But I'll just put it as I'll call it mouse 6, for example, and because I already have other mouse files. So I'll go to Save. So now what I have is I have a file which is called mouse, and which is exactly the copy of this, and then I have this other file which I saved as mouse 6. And in mouse 6 here, what I do is I'll say, okay, well let's grab let's turn around and grab the sun and move the sun across the sky, kind of thing. And now let's grab the mouse and maybe move the mouse along the screen as well. We might want to turn around and bring them over here like this. And then I excuse me, I may even want to turn around and select the head. And to be a little more creative, I might take the image and I'm going to instead of flipping it, I'm going to flip it horizontally, so he's going to turn the other way. And now he's nervous, and then I'm going to bring him back. And now what I've got is a mouse which is going basically across the screen and looking behind. And then I've got a little bit of fixing up to do down here. I've got to find that green that's on the grass, and I got to kind of use a smaller tool. You can see the tool here is a little bit big, so we'll go to Edit and Undo and pick a very small tool, and maybe just go in and kind of try to fix that up a little bit just to make it look a little sort of somewhat real. So when I go to my file and go to this time to File and Save, I have a file called mouse, and then I have another file called mouse 6. And if I viewed them together, you'd get a good sense of what's going on. So what I'd like to do is show you guys what all these files really do look like. So I'm going to go to my removable disk. I'm just going to find files here to work with, and what I've got here are a series of different files to work with. So I'm going to go to Animation, and I'm going to take this file here, and this is a series of 5 files put together, and you can see what it looks like. So you can see the mouse moving across the screen and screaming and farting, and his tail's moving, and the earth is moving, and the legs are moving, and the arms are moving, and the mouth is moving. So that gives you a good idea of what you guys are going to create. So the big thing you're looking at here is to try to make sure that you've got your files saved where you should have mouse 2 with changes, mouse 3 with changes, mouse 4 with changes, mouse 5, and mouse 6. And then we'll string them all together later on. Alright, good luck.